if I call myself boxing writer, boxing analyst, person that have a podcast that want to support boxing and the fighters, I don't care if you my favorite fighter, I'm gonna call it how it is. You know, I'm not gonna discredit this fighter just to big you up because everybody want to see y'all fight. I'm gonna go off of stats. I'm gonna go off of the things that I see with my eyes, the things that I know about you two fighters, and then I'm gonna call it how it is. I'm gonna be unbiased, even though I might be biased because you might be my favorite fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what's gonna bring boxing back up like it was back in the day.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over highlights from Terrence Crawford's recent interview with Andre S.O.G. Ward. Guys, if you're not following Steven Jackson's page, All the Smoke on YouTube, do it now. It's the former Showtime boxing page. So if you're already following that, you'll find the full interview there. It's 43 minutes. This is just a highlight that I put together with Bud talking about specific things that I feel are really important regarding the game of boxing. Whether you're a fan of Bud or not, the one thing you can't argue is how real he is. And that's what adores his fans to him, and why people are so endearing about Terrence Crawford is how raw, authentic, and real he is about not just his career, but everything around him, his family, his friends, the promotional side of things, the marketing. Bud truly speaks it how it is. You feel that you could trust him when he's speaking on things, and then he's not coming from an ulterior perspective like a lot of people within the boxing space. The reason why I chose this segment of the interview is I could personally relate to it. When I started doing boxing content about 14 months ago, I was figuring out how to carve my own way out into this really crowded space. I'm not a theatrical guy. I'm not a fanboy of any fighter. I'm just a fan of the sport. And so one of the things that I was focusing on, the perimeters of my content, were non-biased approach content. And if you look at my channel, it's written in my bio. Also, statistics. You guys know me for statistics. Stats don't lie. That's literally my channel. And as I'm listening to Bud being interviewed by Ward, towards the end of it, Crawford goes on this rant about these exact topics. And it's just one of those things that helps me know I'm in the right direction of helping spread the word of boxing to you guys, to people who support me, as well as to know that there's like-minded people out there. I wasn't expecting Bud Crawford to literally use the word stats. He was talking about how to bring boxing back. If he was a boxing analyst or boxing promoter or boxing person on YouTube, he would be focusing on the stats, a non-biased approach. And this is why I feel this really connects with my page, you guys listening and watching my videos, and everybody who cares about the sport from a non-biased approach. So without further ado, here's that entire bit of Bud and Dre talking about that.
Man, the drive is always there because I'm so competitive, you know, so I don't ever have to worry about the drive.
But you know, some cats get lazy though.
Some cats, but not this cat. I know what's at stake. As far as being in love with the sport like I once was, it's a love-hate relationship. You know, some days I love it. Some days I'll be like, man, I can't stand this boxing shit. This shit is too much politics. You know, you can't fight who you want to fight and say, oh, well, he's not knocking this guy. Well, why don't you get in the ring and fight somebody and see how hard it is to knock somebody out that's been training not to get knocked out and training to knock you out?
They're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it. Everybody got an opinion on another person's sport until you challenge them to do the sport that they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You like swimming, right? Let's see you go swim back and forth without drowning. I just think sometimes fans and people that criticize other people is much needed.
Yeah.
That they feel and they hear from the person they criticize and how that person feel. Because don't criticize somebody if you don't want them to, you know what I mean, dish it back.
Right.
Whether, you know what I mean, you analyzing a fight or whatever. Some people just get fed up. The people, you know, that's surrounded by boxing, that's calling themselves promoting boxing, only promote the fighters that they like. And you just get tired of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, me, if I call myself boxing writer, boxing analyst, person that have a podcast that want to support boxing and the fighters, I don't care if you my favorite fighter, I'm gonna call it how it is. You know, I'm not gonna discredit this fighter just to big you up because everybody want to see y'all fight. I'm gonna go off of stats. I'm gonna go off of the things that I see with my eyes, the things that I know about you two fighters, and then I'm gonna call it how it is. I'm gonna be unbiased, even though I might be biased because you might be my favorite fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what's gonna bring boxing back up like it was back in the days.